Now, if we could end up winning the Champions League, and I think as well, if that don't happen, I think it's time for a change with Arteta.
It's time for a change if you don't win the Champions League.
Well, I can't see us winning the league, so that's why I've moved on to the Champions League. And to be honest, if I've got to be wholehearted and honest, I can't see us winning that either. And I can't see why on earth we have to keep on depending on Arteta getting it over the line. And I think he was fortunate to get the job as his first managerial job when he never had no experience being a manager before.
So, to answer my question, will Arsenal win anything again with Arteta? You would say no.
No, definitely not.
Trevor, go on.
I've got a point to say as well. Since he's been there, over 5.5 years, he has never bought a striker. Not one striker. And every other striker he's got rid of. He fell out with Aubameyang, he got rid of him. He got rid of Lacazette, he got rid of Bellingham, and he got rid of Nketiah. And he has never replaced them with an out-and-out striker. And if Martin can tell me something different, I'm prepared to listen.
Well, Jesus was considered to be a striker. Havertz was considered to be a striker. I think you played about 90, 100 million there for just for two players. It's the type of striker, isn't it, that we're referring to. Both of these guys do a lot of work outside the box. And I think he's gone for that sort of collective approach in the way that he plays. And the out-and-out striker is someone that hasn't yet arrived. But I think that's going to happen, Trevor. I'm just interested why you're so disillusioned in what you're seeing. Do you not feel that the Arsenal team now is much more in the fight when they play games, that you sit there and you represent? Do you go to the games, Trevor?
No, but I listen to, if they're not on the telly, I listen to every single game on the radio. And I've been doing that for the best part of 20 odd years or more.
Well, when you're watching them live, you get that feeling that they're in the battle, they're up there. Whereas for many years, I thought Arsenal weren't. It was a pale shadow of their former selves, but now it feels like the club's back in the argument, back in the fight again. There's been a lot of, they're not winning things at the moment, but they've made some big steps. And I think now the icing on the cake is I don't think Arsenal are too many signings away. People are going to keep saying, it's always one, two signings. But I genuinely feel now it's very obvious about getting this player in who can score goals, and it has to happen in the summer.
Is it enough for you, Trevor, that Arsenal are contenders?
No, nowhere near enough. Nowhere near enough. 20 years now we've been waiting for a league title. And every time we're falling up short. I'm not disagreeing with Martin on a point of there's been improvement under Arteta. But whereas I'm saying he's a rookie manager, there could be certain faults within him where he's not had the experience. And each time we get close enough, and he just doesn't get us over the line.
Okay, Trevor, listen, thanks for the call. I think Dom's a bit more optimistic. Or are you, Dom? Good morning.
Good morning. Yeah, I am a bit more optimistic, to be honest.
Good.
So I see...
You're sounding, Dom. But on you go.
No, I'm tired. I was at work earlier this morning.
Oh,
no, I am more optimistic. I can see the improvement. And I think if we get a striker in the summer, you put a striker in this team with all the chances we create, we do win something.
You think?
The last caller is right. We haven't bought an out-and-out striker since Arteta's been there.
Right.
And that's where we've fallen short, in my opinion. We've sorted out the defence, we've sorted out the midfield.
I think Dom's had a long night, do whatever Dom does, but I reckon that the argument is going to rage and rage, is it not, Martin, until Arteta buys an out-and-out striker who Arsenal fans can buy into themselves.
Would you buy Kane? He's got a £54 million release clause in his contract in Bayern Munich. If you're an Arsenal, would you buy Kane?
No, I don't think so now. I think he came off in the Champions League game just the other week, maybe a back injury. He's had surgery to his hamstring. I think you have to be very careful what you do bring in, actually, because you've had this season Arsenal have had quite a few injuries. People talk about Calafiori, for instance, coming. He's had a lot of injuries. He had a cruise ship before. No doubting his ability, but I think what comes in next has to have a clean bill of health. Has to be someone who can play regularly. Has to be in the right area from an age point of view. I think it'd be a mid-20s player coming in. I've no idea who is
When
coming
Van
in.
Persie left Arsenal to Man United, he went and won the league.
Well,
Same age,
that was a rare thing there that Arsene Wenger couldn't actually give him. I spoke to Arsene Wenger about that quite recently, and it was something I would never have done.
But it's
as
the
an
age,
Arsenal
I'm talking about the age.
Yeah, but he wanted to. He couldn't give him a Premier League title where he was, and he allowed him to go. And he actually, if you look
United took the view on the age. I know he was a free transfer.
well, I think
Was
Sir,
it free transfer,
I think
wasn't
Sir Alex Ferguson, if you look back, that was his last season, and I think he went so big on the figures for Percy that it was very obvious this might be a one-off, and that's probably the last time they won the Premier League back then. If you look, so maybe long term that wasn't maybe what was best for Manchester United. I don't know. Van Persie did an excellent job. He's coming back now, isn't he, to Feyenoord as a manager this weekend? He's back in the fold. But yeah, as I say, he was allowed. And Wenger had this thing about not blocking people's path. You know, I think Van Persie should have kept. Should have been
Fascinating to see if Arsenal do buy and who they do buy.
Oh yeah, the spotlight's on that. No doubt. Coming up to 11 o'clock, the spotlight was in the bill of boxing.